How can I help you?
We're just calling here to find out the process of paying off our mortgage.
Okay, Roxanne, so you're calling today to pay out the mortgage?
Yes.
Okay, are you planning on paying it with your own money? Are you selling your home?
Own money. Own savings,
money,
yeah.
Okay. So to do that, what you would need to do is send a request by email.
Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What are you doing?
I get the money
For what?
for the mortgage, pay off the balance. 149,000. The last remaining balance.
Here we go.
Yay! Thank you, Lord.
Amazing.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mortgage free.
All right, we are live. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm super excited for those who are in our community. You well know the lobsters I have in the building, so I'm super excited. Thank you very much, Devon Luxana, to accept my invitation. So for those who is if it's your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy, originally from Uganda, a proud digital entrepreneur. So I'm super excited that I'm working in the comfort of my home, and here I'm super excited. So we're gonna have a little bit for the introduction of our guests. That's Loxana and Dev. All
Hello.
right.
Hi, Dorothy. Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, it's always a
You're
pleasure.
welcome.
It's always a pleasure to do this to give back. Do you want us to talk about a little bit about our background or our,
Yes.
I'm originally from the Philippines. I moved in Calgary, Canada in 1996. My background is engineering, and prior to being a full-time online business owner, I was a general manager, and I do this full-time now.
Yes, for me, I also moved here from the Philippines in 2004, and I took paralegal because at that time I wanted to be a lawyer. And prior to the online business in 2018, we started in the online business in October 2018. Prior to that, I was working in finance. So that's where we were. And then after 29 months, that's when I became full time to support my husband on this business as well. So now we're doing this full time.
Oh wow! So now you're full time. I'm super excited when I saw when you're announcing you're a mortgage free. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, this is what our community does. So if you're there, if you haven't started, just get a cup of coffee and listen to what Dave and David they are gonna share with us. So actually, let me go straight to our first question. I'm just gonna take you a little bit faster because I know you are super busy. All right. So my first question is, why did you start this online business?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. We always share this when we're interviewed that before this online business, we were already been in the entrepreneurial journey. So, um, you know, when I met Roxanne first time, we saw each other was in a business, right?
Mhm.
Prior to the online business, we failed actually in 24 businesses. We shared this before, and the reason why online is because when we saw the webinar, we knew it was different instantly because it talks
Mhm.
about three pillars, and one of the pillar is really teaching you how to get customers sustainably using social media. And most of the business we've done, we didn't have that. So that's one of the reasons why we said, you know what, this is a great business. But one of the reasons why we started the online business as well, long time ago, the journey of entrepreneurship is because we wanted to retire your mom, right?
Yes, we wanted to retire our parents. For myself, because when we moved here from the Philippines, I saw my parents how hard they work and how much they gave up the house. In the Philippines, how they gave up their career literally to for us to have a better better future here in Canada. And I've promised myself that I wanted to help them in their retirement. But I realized soon that when you're in the workforce. It's your job, even though we have great careers, great income, but it's just enough for the two of us and our future kids at the time. So good thing my husband, when I told him about my dream, he said yes to that. It's because he doesn't have his parents. He's two his mom and dad passed away early. So that's the reason why we realized that, you know what, we had to do something different, not just in our career, but we have to do something on top of it. So
Yeah.
that's why we started the
That's
online.
that's our why.
Yeah, that's our
Oh,
reason.
wow. That's amazing. I'm just excited. You know, most of their spouses, like mostly men, they're super skeptical when it comes to that. And you can end up, like for me, when I started my business, when I shared it, it's like, that's a scam. That's a scam. So when I see like couple, when I see men, when I see Deb, how you guys you're locking it in our community, I'm really super excited. And then let me go straight to my second question. It's like how do you know if the business is legit? How do person know that our online business is legit? And what is it all this business about?
Yeah, that's a very important question, especially if you're going into business or any business. That's why we always tell people, you have to do your due diligence
Mhm.
before you get into any business, including our online business. So before we started the online business, we didn't like jump in right away. We actually did our due diligence. That's why we give you 30 days. And what we found out is that the people that are on the webinars, the people that were doing coaching calls with us, they're actually real people.
Yeah.
So they're not hiding behind, a website that we don't know who they are. Because, we even put our Facebook profiles. You look at them, they're just you and me. They have kids. They live in Canada. Some live in the U.S. Right. So that's one thing we found. They're actually real people, right? And the second thing is that, wherever you are, you actually pay taxes, and in the income you make. And we all know that if the government wants a piece of your money, right, not only does it become legit, it's part of the CRA, and there's a lot more things when you do your due diligence, right? Yeah, we found, right?
Yeah, like for me, I was skeptical, because we've been doing different kinds of businesses prior to the online business, and I thought it will be the same, that it will fail us. But in 2018, that's when Dave showed me, he said, oh, just attend the webinar. And in the beginning, I didn't want to look at it because I didn't want to be so excited about it. And it took him maybe 4 months just to show me, like, the webinar. And finally, when I saw it, I saw real people, normal, everyday people like us that are immigrants, older than us. Some of them have more kids than us. And like, some of them doesn't speak much English, and they're getting the results that we want, quitting their jobs, paying off their homes, buying their homes, traveling without worries. And that inspired me, and really, taught us that, what, this business is legit. And now we've been doing this for over 5 years, and for the last 5 years we've been paying taxes for it, for our income, right?
And the most important thing is that when we cash the checks, it actually cashed, right? It actually paid us. It actually paid our cars. It actually, bought us to travel trips. That's the most important thing. All our checks cashed for the last 5 years.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting. So, actually, when did you start the online business?
October 2018.
2018. So, October 2018, from 2018 till the date you paid off your mortgage within that period of time. Wow. That's amazing. It's 10 years, 20 years to people to pay off their mortgages. All right. So, everybody who is watching us, thank you very much. Oh, my coach is here. I coach Angela. We will see you live. So, oh, wow. Thank Sheila watching from the USA. Oh, coach, everybody's here is watching. This is so amazing. All right. So, let's go to our next question. Do you think do you need any do you have to sell product, do you have to recruit people? Because most of people are very skeptical. They're like, oh, this is a pyramid, we have to recruit people, we have to sell products. So what is it all about this business? Do we have to sell this product? Do we have to recruit people? How could you elaborate about that question? If somebody, like, if they're afraid of starting the online business just because of that, then they're bench seated, they're like, oh, this is not for me, I cannot, like, I don't know how to sell product, or I cannot recruit people.
this is a very good question because when we started, we also asked the same question, so we know exactly how this feel. We felt the same way, but what we found is that, in the webinar, it talks about we there's only two ways to really acquire customers, right? First is through prospecting, and I know a lot about prospecting because prospecting is, friends, family. When I was a sales manager, I would knock on doors, I would cold call, right? That's one way. The other way is through marketing, right? In our business, we don't prospect, we market. In fact, we use a strategy called attraction marketing, which means that we use, Facebook or YouTube to advertise, and we attract them to our sales funnel, and the funnel itself will do all the explanation, right? All the selling, all that kind of stuff, right? So we do acquire customers, but we don't prospect, we market in social media. That's
Yeah.
what we do. And for the last 5 years, 90 I would say 98% of our business came from advertising, right? Do have a little bit of warm market because they approached us because they saw our results, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they saw the transformation of the business, like your life transforming. So basically, it's to attraction marketing. It's not
Yeah.
you going to convince. So that is not it. We don't have to sell products here. We're just doing what we call an attraction marketing. So okay,
Yeah.
so okay, if somebody is busy and this person is super busy, it's like, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse, oh, I have 3 jobs, 4 jobs. I really cannot start this online business. What do you advise those kind of people? What is exactly, is it like if you're busy, you cannot start up this online business?
Actually, the more busy you are, the more you become successful in this business.
Wow.
Yeah, like busy people or busy productive people makes time for the things that matters to them. So
You
it's
get things
really,
done.
yes, it's really prioritizing. If this is important for you, people will make time. It's the same with when we started, we have our corporate jobs, right? So both of us are busy, and then so we don't have much time. Our time is only after work, which is, after 5, after 6 p.m., and then in the weekend, right? And then when we had our son, when we have our son, right, he's now 2.5 years old, right? So that becomes more busy, right? And of course, we're also active in our community, in our church, right? So really, and of course, your friends or families, right? So everyone is busy, right? And we can really totally, you know, um, relate to people that are busy. But we realize that, you know what, if people see the bigger picture, then they will make time. So for us in this business, when we started the online business, we do this business in the pockets of our time, meaning to say in our break time, in our lunch time, weeknights, weekends, we sacrifice for it. We said no to the other things for us. Like we said no to some of the parties, we said no to some of our hobbies or recreational, because we realized that, you know what, we just have to sacrifice for the next 18 to 24, maybe 3 years, 2 to 3 years of our lives, and then it will pay off, right? It will give us more freedom. So you really have to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to replace it with something, to replace it with a business, right? So in this online business as well, what really inspired us is that we have a lot of mentees, people that we mentor, that they are busy. Some of them have 3 kids, right? And one lady that's very successful in our mentorship group, Katrina, Coach Katrina, she's actually started when she had her third son, like 1 month old,
Yeah.
right? And she said, I only have limited time. So from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., that's where she does her business, right? And then she did that, and now she's been doing this for 4 years, and she's making over 6 figures a year, right? So there's so many stories of people that are busy but they made the time. So it's really up to the person.
Yeah, actually, that's definitely, I agree with you. And to be funny, that most of the busy people, sometimes you are working for somebody. You are not working for yourself. But in our business, this is where you are working for yourself. You are built what we call a wealthy generation for your family. Even your great grandkids, they can still enjoy your energy even if you're not there one day, one time. All right. So now the other thing, so for example, if the business is legit, our business is legit, we always say it's legit, it's legit. What exactly do you have, like what could, how could you tell somebody that, do we have to pay taxes? What kind of taxes do they, some people, they really skeptical when it comes to that. They're like, oh, when I make these six figures, I have, they're going to take a lot of like tax out of me. So can you elaborate about that? How is it?
Yeah, I'm not an accountant.
Accountant, yeah.
We don't really give
Advice.
advice on it. It's just on
Yeah,
our personal experience. So basically, you're self-employed, which means that
yeah,
they give you all the money, right? And then you deduct all your expenses, and whatever's left, that's what you pay taxes on, right? That's how the taxes in Canada works. I don't know in your country how it works. This is just
exactly. That's how it works.
so basically, and again, it's in the book of Robert Kiyosaki. They talk about the cash flow quadrant. The good thing about becoming a business owner is that, as an employee, right, you make money and then they take the tax right away, right? But in as a business owner, right, you make the money, you deduct the expenses, whatever's left, that's what you get taxed on, so that you have more net at the end of the day. So there's a book called Eight Secrets Revenue Canada doesn't want you to know. And one of the secret is that almost all individuals should have a part-time business. The reason why is because your day-to-day expense now becomes tax deductible. So that's from the book, right?
Mhm.
I'm quoting the book. So what it means is that if you have gas expenses, if you have
Utilities,
utilities, right? All of that,
internet, yeah.
if you're just an employee, you can't deduct that. But if you're now a business owner, you can, according to the book. Again, I'm quoting a book because I'm not an accountant. I'm not so pick up that book. That's what the book says. But from experience as well, that's what we're doing.
And of
So
course, you have to find your own accountant.
mhm.
And then of course, check your own, tax laws and all that, in order to apply that tax deductions, right? So for us, that's what we do, and we've been doing that for over 5 years. And many, it is legit because we pay taxes for it, right?
Okay, yeah, perfect. So it's legit. We have to pay taxes here in the US. I received my 1099. So
Yeah, so
Okay, yeah,
that's what you
it's a 1099. In Canada, I think it's a T4, right?
for a
T4,
yeah,
yeah.
for a
Yeah, it's legit. We always receive those tax information, and then you file for your tax with any tax expert. So that is not our job, but we can guide you on how you can go through it. You just have to look for a person who can file for you, the tax expert. But every business, as long as they're gonna provide you those forms for your country wherever you are, so the business is legit. And the other thing, this is my best part. What do you love about this business?
We can talk all day about what we love about the business, but aside from financial, right? Of course, the financial, it has given us, so much freedom. Also, we paid off over 86,000 of consumer debt, so we're debt free. So it took us about 16 months to do that, and then after in 2021, we bought our new home. So it took us under 3 years to pay off the home. So that's the biggest blessings. It allowed us to retire our mom, our parents. So now she's no longer working. So she's with,
Oh,
she can spend more time with us, with the grandkids. So that's really priceless. Being able to travel, and not use a credit card and just pay cash, right? That's really amazing. And also just having the time freedom to be with our son. And I think that's really priceless for us, right? Yeah.
yeah, that's so nice. That's so wonderful. Like, I'm just super excited from 2021 to 2023, almost like 3 years, right? You
and
paid off your mortgage.
yeah.
Under 3 years, yeah, almost three
Wow,
years.
that's amazing. All right. So, and the other thing, so if somebody wants to join the online business, how do they start? What do they supposed to do? What are the steps for them to start their own online business?
Yeah, so for the people that are tuning in, when we started this business in 2018, just a bit of perspective, we were in $86,000 in consumer debt. We failed in 24 businesses, and worst of all, we got evicted in the place that we're living in. So we were in a bad situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we were lost. We didn't know what to do. And Roxanne prayed a very powerful prayer. She said, "Lord, heal our finances." And she saw an ad, and a lot of the online business owners are saw an ad. So the first things first is to watch a webinar. If you have not watched a webinar, gives you a 90 minutes of just an overview of what it takes to start an online business. Right? So that's the start, because if you were gonna do any business or even start a new career, you gotta go through the orientation. You gotta find out what it's all about, right? So start there, right? And after that, you will know if this is a fit for you or not, right? And then there will be instructions there on what to do to move to the next step. So if you're watching this live or replay, the first step is Dorothy has a website. Click that link, put your name and email, and then you will find out in the 90-minute webinar if this is for you or not. And that's what we did, and it changed our lives. Just clicking that link, in 2018, following the process, the rest is history. We're here,
Yeah.
5 years later.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you very much. So actually, even today, it's Tuesday. There's a live webinar at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So don't miss out. You will get more information on how you can start up your online business. So the other thing, what is the last word you can give to those who are seeing, like watching us, for those who are, what is the word you can leave for them?
Yeah, like for the people that are watching
Mhm.
live or in the replay, think about your dreams right now. I know some people forgotten their dreams, but all of us have those dreams that God has given it to you, right? And whatever those dreams are, you're supposed to make those happen, those happen in reality, right? Because we believe that if God has given you those dreams, He will provide all the resources, all the tools, all the money, all the time, all the talents that you need to make those dreams comes true. You just need to take that action and not be afraid of it, right? And the only way to do that is to take that small action. It could be just watching that workshop, right? And you will be in great hands. You'll have great mentors and coaches with you. And for us, that's what we did. If we didn't do that, then we wouldn't have this kind of freedom.
Mhm.
Oh, exactly. Thank you very much, Loxana and Deb. I really appreciate for your time and hope my viewers you're gonna find out on how you can start your online business. And thank you very much, Solomon. Thank you for watching this wherever you are. Victoria, Angela, my coach. That's my coach, by the way. And thank you, everybody here. I see Sheila. Thank you very much. Best decision I made. Wow, this is it. All right. Okay, thank you very much. And bye bye, everyone. For those who are watching the replay, see you then. And thank you very much for coming, Deb and
Thank
Alexander.
you.